Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Karen's Kitchen. I found another recipe on Pinterest, as I normally do. There's Benita, and there's my daughter already. Welcome to everybody coming in. Let me go ahead and share this out. Hi, Benita. Good to see you. Let me share this out, and let me ask for a share. I'm going to share it out, and then I'm going to ask for one. Thank you all for coming in, and thank you to those that are faithful. You're faithful and come in every day, and I'm so thankful for that, because I love each and every one of you. Hi, Erlene. Erlene came in. Thank you. You guys are so faithful to come in every day. And I'm going to ask for a share. Okay, there we go. Thank you for coming in. Okay, I'm going to put my tripod down so you can see what I'm doing here in my bowl. If you don't see me, it's okay. What I'm doing here is I'm going to mash up a block of firm tofu. And we know this is the mix and mash from Pampered Chef. This is a real good thing for mashing things. I can make it any texture I want. So I'll just mash it up. And I'll tell you what I'm going to... I'm not going to... yeah, it is something quick and easy today. I had to take Chewy to the vet, so I didn't want to take too much time when I got home to try to look for anything that was, took too long to make. He had to get his shots and get his exam today. And he's doing just fine. So, thank you for coming in. Thank you for sharing this out. And I always thank everybody for the super hearts when I get them. I never ask for them, and I'm thankful when I do get them. Okay, as you can see, this is a block of tofu. Now I'm going to put in 3 tablespoons of fresh chives. Well, this is the way I've got my fresh chives. And I'm going to put whoa. Guess I better do it this way. That's going to make quite a bit of... Make it a little bit more than I need, but I guess this will make it look good. I'm going to have to buy me some chive plants. I guess you can buy them. You can buy that in mint. Hi, Juan Elizabeth. Good to see you. Welcome. Haven't seen you in a while. Half a cup of vegan mayo. And I'll put this in here. And I believe it's 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast. Now it calls for Himalayan black salt, and I don't have the black salt, so I'm going to use the pink salt. I don't think it really matters because that black salt's got like the sulfur smell, and I don't want anything tasting like or smelling like sulfur. I don't want the taste of sulfur either, so I'm not going to use that. Oh, is somebody causing drama again? Do I have to mute somebody? Do I have to block somebody? Let me know if I do, and I will take care of it. Teaspoon of onion powder. Let me go put this salt in first. Then I have a teaspoon of onion powder. Yes, pink salt. My daughter's talking about somebody. I don't know who she's talking about. Somebody is probably trying to bother me again, and my daughter's very sensitive, and she's not going to let anybody hurt me. So she's going to be after them. Oh, okay, scroll up. All right, I will, sweetie. Somebody I have to block. Well, I'm going to tell them I love them anyway, and I hope that they have a good day. Okay, let me go scroll up. Somebody called Grasshopper. Okay, I guess that one I'm going to have to make. Yep, I'm going to block him. Yep, block him. I saw it and I got him. It wasn't anything bad. It's just disgusting. If he doesn't like it, he doesn't have to come in here. What the heck, This calls for yellow mustard. Nobody, I don't put that in there. And 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric. Well, I lost some of my turmeric. I'll try to scoop it out again. It fell over. Well, I think what I'll do is I'll get some more turmeric and I'll just throw that out. I should have waited to measure it out until I was ready to put it in here, but I thought I could put it in and just fell over. There. don't need much turmeric. That gives it the color. Now let me go ahead and put these back. Hey, calm down. Calm down. Go on, calm down. Go outside. Come on. Okay, now I put everything in there but the mustard and black salt. Of course, I didn't put black salt in there. So, so this is what the egg salad looks like. And you know what, with the nutritional yeast, that gives it the flavor. Let me clean up this turmeric and just throw it away because it got mixed in with other stuff and I don't want to use it. All right. Now, the turmeric and the nutritional yeast is going to give it that a different flavor. We know the nutritional yeast. I've never made a vegan potato salad before, so this is going to be something that's going to and put it on a sandwich. I'm going to get a little spoon out too, and I'm going to taste it, and I'm going to see what it tastes like. But look at the chives in there. Oh, thank you. Look at the chives. Makes it look real pretty with the chives, doesn't it? Makes it look real pretty. I hope you guys... Hi, John. Here's my vegan egg salad. It's made with tofu. And it's got chives in it. It calls for black salt, Himalayan black salt, but I didn't use that. I used pink salt. I used my vegan mayo. I used chives, nutritional yeast, onion powder, and I didn't put the yellow mustard in either because I don't care for mustard. Oh, I love you too, John. Love you lots. Love you lots. Oh no. Yeah, tofu. I'm sorry, sweetie. Sometimes it gets... Is it fuzzy for anybody else? I'm sorry about that. I know Alexis had to restart her broadcast this morning from what I could see. She had problems. But you love mustard? Oh, no, it's fuzzy on your end, too. I know you have a lot of problems anyway, Benita. It's probably... Does it look like it's pixelated? Because it's not fuzzy on my end. Let me get a spoon, and if it's real pixelated, let me know. Hi, Sharon. Good to see. Oh, I don't like it. Yeah, oh no. I've had it pixelated before. Hi, Sharon. Good to see you. And I don't know what's causing it to get pixelated, but let me put this back up, and then I can show you. And I'm going to get a spoon out. No, I'm not going to use this spoon. I'll get a little teaspoon, and I'm going to test it. I'm going to put it on bread. This will be my lunch, but I want to see what it's going to taste like. You know me. I always taste my food. My aunt always told me a good cook always tastes her food. Wow. It does taste almost like egg salad. This has a good flavor. I'm putting this up on my Facebook page. It does. It says, hi, Callie. Look at my egg salad, vegan egg salad with tofu. Would you believe it? Tofu. Let me put this back just a little bit so I'm not hugging the camera. Good to see everybody, and thank you everybody for coming in. You Peace Pro are so awesome. You come in every day, you support me, and I love that. I love that a lot. I've got my bread out. Let me go ahead and make up these sandwiches, and I could probably put that on my Facebook page. See what it's gonna look like. Maybe I'll put a little mayo on the bottom because I like to have mayo on my food. Got to open a jar of mayo. Oh, I don't know. It's just that I added chives. Somewhat, yeah. Oh, you love mustard and mayonnaise. I'm not particularly fond of mustard. That's why I didn't put it in here. But it tastes good without it. You know, Tastes good. Now the nutritional yeast, what the nutritional yeast does, it gives it the more flavor too. And of course, your turmeric kind of makes it the color it is. But if you've never used nutritional yeast, that kind of helps give it the cheesy flavor. Let me get a knife so I can spread that. This is so I'll let you see. Put this down just a little bit so you can see here. I just like to have mayonnaise on my bread before I put anything on. It seems like it tastes so much better. I am definitely going to put this up on my Facebook page. You know, I seem to get a lot of responses to the stuff I post up there. Now let me put some of this on here. I'm going to have some good eating on. You know, I'm going to really. Yeah, probably would have. But I don't care for the smell of sulfur. Sulfur is very, very strong anyway, and I don't like the smell of sulfur. So I don't think that would have been very kosher. I'm just going to put it on one slice. There. Now, what does it look like on the bread? Doesn't it look nice? Doesn't it look good? I'm just going to make a sandwich, so I have one sitting here. And I'm going to post it up, like I said, up on my, there. Now look at that. Oozing out. I've always liked egg salad. You know, and there's so much you can, oh, well, I do not eat eggs for the simple fact that I'm a vegan, and we don't eat eggs, we don't eat cheese, we don't drink the dairy milk, and we don't eat meat. You know, the sandwich I probably could, Mark. I haven't yet. I usually eat it just the way it is. But the tofu, as you can see, I took it and I mashed it with this. This is the mix and mash from, no. This is made with tofu. I'll tell you what it's got. I've got to use a block of tofu, firm tofu, 3 tablespoons of fresh chives, a half a cup of vegan mayo, 1 tablespoon of nutritional yeast, 1 teaspoon of onion powder. Of course, if you like yellow mustard, teaspoon of yellow mustard, then put that in there. I don't care for mustard. It's an acquired taste, so I left it out. And it calls for a teaspoon of Himalayan black salt. I didn't have the black salt, so I put the pink in there. I don't think you need to have the black salt. It's like my daughter said. It's that sulfur smell. Ooh. What's tofu? Tofu is made out of soy. Now, some people can't have soy, but it's a soy product. It comes in a block. It's water-based. And basically, when you take tofu, you can make scrambled eggs with it. That's why this is considered egg salad. It was firm. It said you use firm tofu. Silken is a little bit different. Silken is to be used in other recipes I've had. But if it calls for firm tofu, that's what you get, is firm, because it's much better for it. But it makes oh, thanks, Libby, thank you. This is real good. I've tasted this, and look at it. Doesn't it look like looking at like real eggs? Just with tofu. Tofu is synthetic food. Oh, thanks. Thank you. I know it does, doesn't it? I'm not sure. I don't think so. It's made out of soy. And I don't eat a lot of tofu, but I buy tofu and keep it on hand because I like to use it when it calls for it in my recipes. And when I was looking for recipes to do today, I thought, I want to find something quick since I had to go to the vet and I didn't want to take a lot of time looking for anything to fix. And so I just, hi, good to see you. If you don't keep it in the refrigerator, well, yes. So I keep it in the refrigerator. I use enough of it, though, that it doesn't spoil on me because I get it used up pretty quick because you make tofu scramble with it. In fact, I've made tofu scramble on here before. Makes a real good tofu scramble. Looks like scrambled eggs. You just add veggies to it, different spices, your nutritional yeast, anything you want to put into it, and it makes it taste real, real good. You can make your tofu scramble any way you like. But when I saw this vegan egg salad, I thought, oh my goodness. You know, I'm not really sure. I'd have to do some research on it. I can't give you a yay or nay on that. Maybe somebody else might know for sure. But I do like it. Whoa, you're making vegan hot dogs with carrots? Oh yeah, those carrot dogs. Yes, I haven't tried that yet, Vanita. What does the nutritional yeast? It gives it more of a flavor. It's like a cheesy flavor. For this, it probably would. It doesn't taste like cheese, but it gives it a better flavor. And your turmeric cost gives it the color. But you can see this looks really good. It looks like actual egg salad. If you did not know it was actual egg, there wasn't eggs, you'd think this was eggs. Yeah, it's right. Tofu keeps for a very long time. But I usually buy it firm or extra firm. Most of the time firm more than extra firm. Now some recipes call for extra firm. Most of the time I just buy firm because Walmart has the tofu, so I buy it there. And you never know when you're going to need it. In cases like this, I know like a lot of people don't like soy, may not like tofu, but the thing of it is, tofu itself does not have a taste. It's not until you mix other things with it before you end up tasting anything, because it's tasteless, more or less. Yes, it is. Nutritional yeast is full of vitamin B12. If anybody wants to know what it looks like, I get this from Amazon. Oh, tofu chocolate pudding. I think I've done something like that before. This is what it looks like. It's nutritional yeast flakes. I bought I think it was a pound of it from Amazon a while back, and this is lasting a long time. You know, I'm not really sure if it is or not. You'd have to do some research on it. I cannot really say for sure. You don't have to be vegan to like this. You know, people like to make their own egg salad, but I find that going vegan was better for me, so that's why I did that. And I look for vegan recipes. And when I saw this, I thought, oh my goodness, I'm going to make this because I know people would want to try it. I mean, it looks really, really good. Chives are real good anyway. Oh, you do? Yeah. Yes, right. Yeah, you can use extra firm as well, John. I agree with you. I use firm unless it calls for extra firm in a recipe. I find the firm, I don't know what the difference really is. I can't really notice any difference when I get the water of it. It's bean curd. Yeah, it's soybean. It's not, somebody says it's not synthetic. It is made out of soybeans. A lot of people won't touch it because it's made out of soybeans. But I happen to like tofu. It's a very good product. You can make so many things with tofu. You can make chocolate tofu pie, you know, different things. Like I said, tofu scramble. That's true. You're exactly right. You're exactly right. What makes it taste like egg? I think the fact that you put all the nutritional yeast in there, the chives, you add your different spices, what makes it taste like eggs, because it does. It just tastes like egg. And I'm definitely going to make this again. This actually, I mean, you can see, doesn't it look good? The chives, look at that. The chives come popping out. I tasted it and it is delicious. This is really very good. I've never made vegan egg salad, let alone eaten it. You mean the soybeans? Yeah. What's my all-time favorite? People have asked me that before. What made me go vegan? Well, let me answer the first one first. Because I felt that I needed to do something with my weight. It was ballooning out of control, and it seemed like I wasn't getting any better. And I thought, well, I shouldn't have been eating the stuff I was eating in the first place. So I thought, well, I'm going to have to do something about it. So since I have become a vegan, I have lost over 50 pounds. I started at 250, and now I'm down under 200, which is a feat in itself because it's not easy to lose weight and keep it off. But you have to be determined enough to want to do it, which I have been determined to stick by it and keep going and doing what I have to do to maintain the weight. Thank you so very much. I don't remember what the other question was. Let me scroll up and say about the other question. Somebody asked, Oh, my all-time vegan meal? That's a good question. There are so many vegan meals that I like. I can't really pinpoint it right now exactly what my favorite is. I think about pretty much all the ones I've made, with the exception of maybe a few that didn't turn out very good, are really good. So I've made the mac and cheese in the quick cooker twice. I've made the cream cheesecake twice in the quick cooker. Oh, you know something? You have to be persevering. And I told myself I didn't want to give up. Believe me, it was very hard. At first, I thought about giving up and going back to eating meat because I miss it so much. But then I thought, do I really need the meat? And it's like I've heard Curtis, Stacy's husband, say, our stomachs are not a graveyard for dead animals. Because basically that's what it ends up being, a graveyard for dead animals. And my stomach is not a graveyard for dead animals. So I've chosen this route and I've continued on it, and I feel much better eating this way. My sleeping patterns are much better. I can get hungry, but I make sure when I snack on the right things. You know, get fruits out, like fruits and your peaches or whatever. No, I will not push it on you because that's not my style. I do it because it's for me. If anybody chooses to do it, they'll have to do it on their own. It's between you and your body and between you and God. I'm not going to push anybody into it but I know what I wanted to do, and I knew what was best for me, so that's why I'm doing it. Yes, I come in here and I show you what you can make. A lot of these recipes, you can make them non-vegan if you want to. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Oh, you're so welcome, because that's, like I said, that's not my way of doing things. I will not push my veganism on anybody. Yeah, I would. I've been doing it over 2 years now. Yeah, chocolate. That was always my downfall, was chocolate. I don't eat too much chocolate now. Yes, I have. I've used coconut sugar. You bet, sweetie, I sure have. I've got coconut sugar. Coconut sugar is real good. You can take coconut sugar and you can use that in place of refined sugar. If you find a recipe that's got sugar in it, use coconut sugar or use cane sugar. Yes, I've used both coconut sugar. You must have been doing your research or saw coconut sugar at the store. Yep, I'm her mom. Yep, I'm her mom. You've never heard of it? You've never heard of coconut sugar? Walmart sells it. Walmart sells coconut sugar. They sell it in more than one. Okay, I can show you one right here, I think. Or that's, no, that's not the coconut sugar. I'll have to go find it. I got some coconut sugar. I'd have to go find it, but Walmart sells it. They also sell the cane sugar. And it's a real, I love using it because I think I might be able to find it and show it to you. Let's see if I can find it over here. Yeah, here it is. This is coconut sugar. This is coconut pure and unrefined. Now this is brand new, so when I open it up, I'll have to use my terracotta thing I got from Pampered Chef to keep it from getting hard, because it's hard right now, but it'll soften up. But this is coconut sugar. You can use this in place of brown sugar if you want to. If you don't want to use brown sugar, you can use this. So that's what coconut sugar is. It comes in, there's coconut palm sugar, and then you have this. You can use whichever one you want. Oh. Yeah, she's telling about how long since I've seen her. It's been a long time. Just a minute, Julie. So, yeah, she lives too far away. I just don't get in to see her. Excuse me a minute. I gotta get my dog Chewy some water. Here, Chewy, let me get you some water. There you go. There. He was out of water. I had to get him some water. Yeah, she lives in Missouri and I live in Oregon. Yeah. Yeah, I've been to Missouri. I've visited her before in Missouri, but it's been a long time since I did. I don't get out and visit very often. I haven't been on a plane for, oh my goodness, a long time. But anyway, I hope that people will try this recipe. It's very simple to make. It looks absolutely delicious, and it is delicious. The chives, I think, is what gives it that nice look to it. This is really awesome. I mean, I really recommend this. Getting yourself some tofu, because Walmart sells it, and try to make this and see what you think of it. Try regular egg salad and then do this one too. And it takes coconut. Sweetie, all you have to do is get yourself some coconut sugar at Walmart and try it and see how you like it and let me know how it tastes. That sounds divine. It really, really does. Because let's face it, refined sugar is not that good for you. So I use cane sugar, turbinado cane sugar, or I use the morena, or I use the coconut sugar. That's what I use. I don't use refined sugar anymore. It's not good. It's better for you. So you have to try that and let me know how it come out, because that sounds like it'd be delicious. You'll have to send me that recipe too, because I have never seen that recipe. I've been looking for quick cooker recipes, and they're just not all that many out there, unless it's for the Instant Pot. Then you can use it in the quick cooker. But the quick cooker itself, in case people don't know what I'm talking about, Pampered Chef has a quick cooker that is just like the Instant Pot. It's used the same way as the Instant Pot. The concept is the same. It's just it's got more programs to it than the Instant Pot has. And she said she found a recipe for Sloppy Joes. Now, it may be for the Instant Pot, but you can still transform it into the quick cooker. A lot of people wonder, can you do Instant Pot recipes in the quick cooker? Of course, because they're made for it. You know, although quick cooker has a few recipes of its own, not that many yet. Maybe they'll get more down the line, but they've only got a few. I try to use it maybe once a week or so. Since I've already used it this week, I probably won't use it anymore. Bread, not necessarily, no. It depends on what kind of bread you're talking about. I eat bread. I try to get bread that doesn't have high fructose corn syrup in it, because most of your breads do. But some of the bakeries are getting on the bandwagon now, and they're taking the high fructose corn syrup out of their breads, because you really don't want to eat that. So I highly recommend, if you're going to look for anything in the store, look at the ingredients before you buy it. Make sure that you know what you're putting inside your mouth, because you don't know where those chemicals come from. You don't even know what they are, let alone where they come from. So if you aren't sure, look at the ingredients. Most people don't. They just throw it in their cart and they take it home and eat it because they're used to eating it, and they never worry about ingredients. But the ingredients are real long sometimes, you know, and just one ingredient itself has got a lot of letters to it, and I can't pronounce it, and I'm looking at it and saying, what the world is this, and where did it come from? You've got to be diligent, and you've got to check the ingredients every time you go to buy something, because you never know where that ingredient came from, what the ingredient is, because I've always said before, if you don't know what the ingredient is, you don't want to put it in your body. You don't want to put it in there at all, because you don't know where it came from. You know, it's going to be harmful to you. And so many of those are, and the manufacturers don't really care, but a lot of them are preservatives too. Well, I do eat honey. I do put honey on stuff, although they say honey is not vegan. I try not to use too much honey. I will use maple syrup or agave nectar. I usually stick with plant-based stuff, like your, tofu, your fruits and your veggies, anything that's plant-based. Still eat tofu. You can still have that because it can make it veganized. But I would say most generally everything I eat is vegan. I'm not counting the bread into that. I'm just talking about the regular things you eat, like your meat, like your chicken, your pork, your hamburger, or stuff like that. I don't eat that anymore. I don't drink dairy milk. I use non-dairy milk. I have vegan cheese, or I make my own. And of course, the eggs, I don't make them either unless I can find a recipe, which I did find on Pinterest, which I want to do some morning, is that it's a vegan fried egg. made out of tofu, and you can actually, it actually looks like a real egg because you take what's for the yolk is separate, and you put it inside the fried egg, and you fry it, and you look like you're eating a fried egg. I was going to do that this morning, but I didn't have any time because I knew I had to be there at 10 o'clock. Well, then she calls me at 9 o'clock. The vet said they had an emergency, so I had to wait till 11 o'clock if I could go in there at 11. Come to find out, and this is so sad, they had all the emergencies they had today were euthanasias. So they euthanized 4 dogs that just were not doing good and couldn't stand up by themselves. I was talking to one guy in there, and I wanted to give him a hug so bad because his wife was back with the dog, and they were ready to euthanize him, and he said the dog just can't walk anymore. And I wanted to cry for that man. It was, he said, had the dog over 9 years. He said it was about 3 years old when he got it. And he was just in tears. And he said that's not the first dog he's lost. But I felt for him. I know what it's like to lose an animal, or die in your arms. It is sad. He said it was a German Shepherd Labrador mix. And I can just imagine. I could not stand there and watch him being euthanized. I couldn't do it. My son said when they got their dog euthanized, they didn't stay there. They just dropped her off and left. Because it's hard enough that you're putting the dog down without standing there and watching him being euthanized. I couldn't do it either. But those were the emergencies they had, and they hated it. But what can you do? Dogs get to a certain age, they get old. Like we do. We die. Animals die too. They get to a certain age, and they just can't function anymore, so they end up passing away. Is there a vegan Worcestershire sauce? I believe so. Yeah, you can find one, Vanita. I went to Kroger's and got a vegan Worcestershire sauce. I can't remember what the name of it is, but it is really good. They're hard to find, but I would do a research on it, Vanita, to make sure. There are so many things that call for stuff like that, and you don't want to eat it unless it's vegan. So I make sure that I have everything vegan before I start. I did find a vegan Worcestershire sauce. I don't know exactly where I put it now, but I do have a vegan Worcestershire sauce that I bought. It tastes really good. I like it. Yes, it was Annie's, I believe it was. Annie's, I think it was, yes. That's what it was. It's really good, actually. I really like it. So there's actually two of them. And the first one, the one I got does not have alcohol in it. The other one had alcohol in it, so I made sure I didn't get that one. Yeah, I know. You have to be careful. Hi, Valerie. Look at my vegan egg salad. This is tofu, and it has chives in it. It has onion powder in it. Let's see. I didn't put the mustard in. It has nutritional yeast flakes, turmeric. And it tastes really good, Valerie. It tastes almost like real egg. And I've got a sandwich made up here that I'm going to eat a little bit later because I want to post this up on my vegan Facebook page. So I didn't want to dip into it much. But doesn't that look good on there? Wow. I know. It does look good, doesn't it? It was simple to make with not that many ingredients. You had to start with a block of firm tofu. I let it sit on the counter for a while to absorb all that moisture it has in it, get the water out of it. Well, I think I'll take a bite out of my sandwich. I won't take it out of here, but I'll take a bite out of my sandwich and see what it's like. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I got down my cupboard. I don't know why it oozed out. Sorry about that. I'm going to wipe this off. It is good. Yes. I will definitely make this again. It tastes so like eggs. It's uncanny. I can't believe it. This is delicious. I know if you tried, even if my daughter tried this, she would like it. She could fool the family because they think it was actual egg salad, and it's not. Because see, I mashed it up with the mix and masher. Yes, you will. Definitely. Absolutely. You know I'm going to post it up there. I don't hesitate not posting up. It does, sweetie. It really does. It's absolutely delicious. Oh my goodness, I can't believe it. I'm impressed. I really am. I was going to try it because so many things, they say they're vegan and they taste a lot like something, and you don't really think they do, you know, but you try it anyway. This is so freaking good. I think it's because you got the chives in there and the onion powder, you got the nutritional yeast, you know, and the turmeric. That makes it all so good without even the black salt. I didn't need that black salt. I didn't want that black salt in there. I don't need it. It is so good. I mean, it looks like egg salad. It looks got the color. See, and it probably doesn't appear so much on the camera as you, but on my side it's yellow. Probably looks white on your end, but it's actually yellow. And it really, oh, you couldn't fool, probably not. I don't think you could fool Sean. Yeah, he's too much into eggs. He knows what they taste like. I don't know. If I can find something I really want to make, I'll make it. Yeah, I'll do that. I'll look for a dessert. I try to change things up, you know, and not make all desserts and then, you know, because I like to change them up and make savory and desserts to kind of keep it even keel. So I'm going to try to find some again. I'll have to look on Pinterest and see if I can find something, you know. I will make some desserts again, but I thought I wanted to make this because I hadn't had lunch yet. And I wanted to have something simple for lunch since I had to take Chewy to the vet, get his shots and get his exam, which they said he's perfect. He only weighs 9 pounds. I thought he weighed a lot more than that, but he only weighs 9 pounds. So he's a little stinker. He's a little stinker, but you should have seen him at the vet. That dog was going around in circles. He was driving me crazy. They had to have a tech come in there and hold him down when they were giving him his shots because I couldn't do it. He wouldn't have stood for that. So they held him down, and I was talking to him and stroking his ears and everything to kind of keep him calm. And before you know it, was all done, and he was good to go. So, because he had to have his rabies shot and his bordetella and his distemper. And if you have animals, you've got to take care of them because you don't want them dying on you. Yeah, well, Chewy's spoiled too. I just have 2 dogs. I just have 2 Pomeranians, Chewy and Buttercup. Now, Buttercup, she's bigger than he is. She weighs about 13 pounds. She is full grown too, but she's not a toy, you know, because he's small. He's like almost like a toy, and she's 11 years old. So I don't know how many more years she has, but I'm going to cherish every moment I have with her. So I've had her since she was a puppy. And him, Chewy, I just got him a year ago this month. Or no, a year ago in April. Excuse me, a year ago in April. Yeah, they are. They are my favorite dog, but so are Yorkshire Terriers. Yes, they definitely can. They definitely can, especially Chewy, because I'll be watching a video or something that'll have a siren. You know, you hear a siren, like a police siren or something. He will jump down from my chair if he's sound asleep. He will jump down on my chair, off my chair, stand on the floor, raise his head up, and start howling like a coyote. In fact, one of my periscopes, just last week, I believe, he was howling like a coyote during the periscope because he'd been sleeping and he was dreaming, so he was howling like a coyote. It is really hilarious when he does that. It is so funny. I never had a dog that howled like a coyote. Oh, I know what you mean. Yes, I had a rabbit that I lost several years ago. It was a Netherland dwarf rabbit. I had her out in a cage. And, well, actually, I had her in a hutch. That was a hutch that my daughter-in-law had, and she gave me the hutch for her. And I kept her in there. And I didn't really want to leave her out because of the dogs. I was afraid the dogs might try to kill her or something. But one morning I heard my dogs barking, and I couldn't figure out why they were barking. And I went outside and looked, and here she was laying dead in her cage. Because they normally didn't see her. They didn't bark at her, but she was laying dead in her cage. I don't know what caused it to happen, but it was sad, you know. But they are a lot of work to take care of. I was constantly cleaning her cage out, you know, because you have to keep their cages clean. So, but I would rather have dogs because they're nothing to maintain them. It's just make sure you give them food and water. You take them on their walks every day like I do Chewy and Buttercup. They insist on their walks, let me tell you. I can't get by without walking them. No way, because they got to have their walks. Yes, they are. They are a lot of hard work. But that rabbit that passed away was not my first rabbit. I had another rabbit that I had given to a friend, a black rabbit, because she wanted a rabbit, so I give it, and that was a male. I called him Bucky. So I gave her that one, and then then I turned around and got Rascal. I think I bought him in a pet store or something, and I named her Rascal. And I had her for several years, then all of a sudden she, but it's like anything. They don't last forever. Animals pass away too. It's like losing a member of the family, although we know that animals, you can replace them. You can always replace them, but you can't replace a human being. Oh my gosh. Oh, I'm sure he does. They know. They absolutely know. Buttercup, she still misses Happy, and I lost her. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my egg salad. Doesn't look good. Here's my vegan egg salad. I lost my very first dog that I had named Happy. She was a Bichon Frise. I got her through a breeder after I moved here. My daughter-in-law went with me to get her. Of course, I paid for her. She didn't. But anyway, she was 5 years old and she passed away. Thank you. It is good. Let me taste it. It tastes just like eggs. Let me tell you, it is awesome. It has 1 block of tofu in it. It has 3 tablespoons of chives, fresh chives, a half a cup of vegan mayo, a tablespoon of your nutritional yeast flakes, a teaspoon of onion powder. Now I left out, oh yeah, Maltese. Oh yes, they're so cute. I've seen Maltese. I've never had one, but they're adorable too. I left out the yellow mustard because I don't care for yellow mustard, and I do not have any Himalayan black salt. So I said, well, I'll put Himalayan pink salt in it. So I put that in there, and then 1/8 of a teaspoon of turmeric. And then you mix it all together, and this is what you have. It looks really good, doesn't it? Really, and it tastes absolutely divine. This tastes real good on my sandwich. Let me eat a little more. Oh, hi from Brazil. Welcome. Welcome to those coming in. Oh, yeah. My 11-year-old is a barker. Now, Chewy doesn't bark so much unless he's outside and watching for squirrels. I don't see why not. I really don't see why not. You could put it with anything you want. You can put it on pasta if you want to. I just put it on bread because I'm making a sandwich out of it. But you could probably do anything with what you want. It's yours. When you make it, you do with it what you want. I'll use it as a sandwich until I find something else to do with it, and probably just keep it on a sandwich. But you do with what you want. You can take the recipe and tweak it to your liking or whatever, however you want to do it. If there's something you want to, now if you want to put the mustard in it, and you want to put the Himalayan black salt and have that sulfur smell or taste, go ahead. I don't use even black pepper for that matter. And I don't even know if you can get black salt anywhere. I have never seen it. Maybe you can, but I didn't know there was such a thing. And I don't need it anyway. So I thought, well, Himalayan pink salt will work just as well, because Himalayan pink salt's good for you. Yep. Mine will. Chewy, he likes to go outside. When he's outside, if he sees a squirrel going up a tree, he'll look up that tree and keep barking at that squirrel. And especially when we're walking, if there's a squirrel on the sidewalk and it starts running up a tree, I keep telling him, I says, no, you don't have to get that squirrel. He's going up a tree to get away from you. But Chewy will go right to the tree and look up the tree and start barking at it. And that squirrel just keeps right on climbing. He gets a little upset that he can't get the squirrel. Yeah, it would. Exactly. A good dish for potluck, it certainly would. My Pomeranian, the oldest Pomeranian I have, she's 11. And I got her when she was 4 months old. So they have a long life to them. She's lived a long time. How much longer she'll live, I don't know. I do not know what the lifespan of the Pomeranians are. Now, I know the Bichon Frises are at least 15 pounds. Well, Happy didn't live that long because she got diabetes and died. which I was very upset about that because I got her as an 8-week-old puppy and raised her, and she got real good up until she got real sick, and then, oh my goodness, it was terrible. The doctor did everything he could for her because she had something like, oh, what did he say? You know, your insulin, you have to take insulin. She was up to over 1,300, and that's a lot. But you think that's a lot for a human, it's a lot for a dog. And she had to stay in the vet hospital overnight to try to get that down. That was bad. Hi, good to see you. Welcome. Here's my vegan egg salad. It looks just like egg salad, and it tastes like egg salad. Believe me, it does. It's with tofu. It's got chives in it, turmeric. It's got your... Hi, Tammy. Good to see you. Welcome back. It does look good, doesn't it? Do I have a recipe for, you know, I'm not sure. I would have to look that up. There may be one on Pinterest, and if there is, I could do it someday. I don't have a recipe for it that I'm aware of. I get a lot of recipes, but I don't think I've got one for that yet. I do have it for like potato soup and things like that, but potato salad, no. But, you know, I could look that up. And you could probably do research as well. Go on Pinterest or YouTube and type in vegan potato salad. See what you come up with. Because there's a lot of I watch a lot of videos on YouTube to get ideas for making things too. Because I like the hands-on approach. What I mean by that is I like watching the videos to see how they made it, you know. Because sometimes just giving you the ingredients, you don't know exactly how they made it, but I like watching them make it. Allrecipes.com. I follow that one too, and I do get recipes off of there. So they have some videos on there that they show how to make it, but it makes it a lot interesting to me if I can see how they made it, especially if they don't give you in detail exactly how to do it. Oh, sorry. Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. I'm glad you told me, sweetie. Oh my goodness. Oh, sad. What'd she ask? Yes, this is the smallest one from Pepper Chef. I decided to put it in the smaller one this time. I usually use the medium size, and the bigger one would be like your pancakes or whatever. It is really, really good. And it takes a block of firm tofu. And you can get the tofu about anywhere. Walmart is starting to sell the tofu now. So I get the firm most of the time, unless it calls for extra firm, which some recipes do, but most of the time it's firm. And you have to make sure you get all the water out of it. So I put it in napkins and everything and kept changing them and got the water out of it, because you don't want the water in your egg salad, because it would be, you know, wouldn't look this good. You know, be a lot of liquid in it, and look at it. It looks real, and it tastes so good. I mean, I'm going to make this again. Absolutely. And I'm sure that once I post this on my vegan Facebook page, people will want to make it. And those that are not a member of my vegan Facebook page, it is called Karen's Vegan Heaven. Just ask to join. There are questions you have to answer there. Answer those questions. I will approve you for the vegan Facebook page, because basically we'll just post recipes in there. Erlene posts a lot in there, and I post a lot in there. So feel free that if you find a vegan recipe, post it, because somebody else might want to make it. Yep, sure. Oh, yes, it does. It does. I have used Yumly, but most of I use Pinterest. But there's also allrecipes.com. So there's several different websites where you can get vegan recipes. The reason I like Pinterest is because there are a lot more on there than any place else. I seem to like a lot of, I go on that one every day to look for recipes. I do have the All Recipes app though. And so just take a gander at Pinterest if you're not a member of it. Join Pinterest. There's everything in there. The reason I started with Pinterest is because I crochet. Well, you can find crochet patterns on there as well. My daughter's done that. And I started realizing, well, you can get recipes on there as well. So I just stuck with it. Now I start looking for recipes. It is a very good place to find anything that you want. It's on there. I mean, it's uncanny how much Pinterest has on there. Just page after page after page. I mean, I can look for hours on Pinterest trying to find what I'm looking for, and maybe never find it that day, and I'll find it the next day, but I just keep on looking. Like I said, yes, Yumly has. I haven't been on Yumly too awful much. I need to go back on there again and look to see what they have, all recipes, see what they have. But basically, I stick with Pinterest. Now, if there's any others that you can think of, let me know. Now, I know that not everybody in here is a Seventh-day Adventist, but I go on 3ABN's website because they have recipes on there. I do like to check their recipes out. However, I may not make them, but I do like to check their recipes out. They're not particularly all vegan either, because some of the Adventists still use eggs. So I would rather just get my recipes from somewhere else that they have an egg substitute or no eggs at all, because you can use an egg substitute. When you bake anything, if you don't want to put egg, when I don't put eggs in it, I'll use chia seeds or flax meal to make my eggs. That is very good substitute. There's also a regular egg replacer as well that you can use. Anything to replace, and it tells you how much, like on your flax meal or your chia seeds, I believe it's a tablespoon of those to 3 tablespoons of hot water, and you just stir it around and leave it sit for a few minutes, and it becomes gelatinous, and that replaces your egg in your baked goods or anything else that you need to rise, like maybe muffins or bread, donuts and things like, which I have made before, where it takes eggs and I just have to replace it with a substitute of chia seeds or flax meal. They're real good substitutes. I've also used arrowroot powder, which I find is not as good an egg replacer unless it calls for cornstarch. And I don't really use cornstarch, so I'd rather use arrowroot. But I find that flax meal or your chia seeds are the best egg replacement, because you can't go wrong. So I hope that people try this, because this is a real good recipe. I'm sure that once you try it, you'll like it, and you'll keep on making it. Just get your tofu. A lot of the other stuff you already have in your kitchen anyway, except for the Himalayan black salt. I never knew there was such a thing. So I decided, well, I'll just put Himalayan pink salt. That's going to have to suffice, because I like Himalayan pink salt too. It's real good for you as well. I usually use sea salt, but I thought, well, this got Himalayan, I'll just use the Himalayan pink salt. Black salt, they say it's like sulfur. Well, I don't want that sulfur taste, and I don't want that sulfur smell either. If that's what you want, go for it. But, I don't particularly do that. But I think I'm going to go now, because I want to get this eaten, because I'm getting hungry. So I'm going to look for a recipe that I can come in to do tomorrow. I'm not sure what it'll be yet. I'll have to let you know exactly what I'm going to make tomorrow. You'll find out when I come on. But I hope that your day is a good one. I hope, and God bless you all immensely. Take care, and until we meet again. Bye-bye.